Do you think Dai would only punish those who broke the rules? Or everyone?
At this point, At that point, like, if it's just two people, like, on different teams discussing, probably both of those two people conversing. Oh, yay.
I can't be sure. But let's not concern ourselves with that right now. If we never speak with Team B, we won't need to find out.
Good plan.
I guess so.
So, do we have a plan moving into this game, then?
What if we just take turns taking the most to least points over the 3 rounds? We could just allocate the points like 4, 3, 2, and 1, and just rotate who receives what over the rounds.
It is highly unlikely that we can do that.
Why is that?
This game isn't just about us. We need to take into account the other team's actions and try to predict their future actions in order for us to win.
So, how are we gonna do that?
If we go in with all 3 battles pre-planned, it will be easy to predict and counter.
But they wouldn't know we had all 3 planned in advance.
You're right, they wouldn't. But they'll be trying to predict our movements just as much as we'll be trying to predict theirs.
So you're saying we should go in with no plan?
Not quite. We go in with no numbers set in stone.
Well, I already know what numbers are set in stone right now.
In situations like this, we need to be flexible and adapt during each round.
This does seem like the best way to approach this.
Oh, little brother, you're so smart.
Beatrix lashed at Nicholas's arm in excitement.
So we can't do anything just yet?
No, not really.
We have a week, so there's no rush. And since we can only speak amongst ourselves, we'll have plenty of time to come up with the best possible strategy.
All right, I'll work hard on strategies for us.
I don't know if I'm not really good with strategy stuff. So if we can't communicate with the other team,
Who needs them anyway?
like, who's gonna make our dinner? Katashi's on the other team. All the members of Team A seem stunned by the announcement. Can any of you cook?
I can do everything.
And my faith in our food has dropped considerably. Is that you volunteering to make dinner?
Fat chance there, sailor. My hands are far too precious to be soiled by food preparation.
Wow.
Yoshiki, make me dinner, eh?
Sure.
I don't think that's a wise decision.
Why?
Yoshiki can be quite clumsy.
What? No, I'm not.
What happened to the cleaning robot you made last month?
I tripped over her. So what? She moves under your feet.
Then what happened?
Well, I set her on fire.
How? Wait, why?
It was an accident. I was trying to fix her after I tripped over her, but I set it on fire instead.
Okay, sorry, we need to make repairs. Let me just get my wrench, let me turn this bowl. Oh god! Wait, her? Yoshiki's voice took on a slightly wistful tone.
Her name was Lena. She was the best cleaning robot ever. Until I set her on fire, that is.
Pack bonding at its finest.
Exactly.
That doesn't mean I can't cook.
Yeah, no, it really doesn't, actually.
Very well. I expect you to answer to Katashi should you cause any damage to his precious kitchen.
Yoshiki flinched at the verdict and gave her a slight bow in Nicholas's direction.
Please cook dinner, Nicholas. I was wrong to question your wisdom.
I wasn't trying to volunteer, but it looks like there's no helping it now.
I'm not a good cook. Well, I just know how to make just small dinner meals. Dinner meals. I made a delicious dinner meal. Come think of it, for the next week, we'll have to perform different chores to make up who's missing.
I'm good, thank you. I have neither the need nor the desire to do chores.
That means you're lazy.
But we all need to work together.
Yeah.
I'll cheer you on from the sideline.
We already have enough we already have a cheerleader on this team, and he's actually helping us more than you.
But
Beatrix completely ignored Yoshiki and continued.
Let's work hard together, okay, team? Oh, would you look at the time? I need to go wash my hair. See you later, team.
I'm giving you the least amount of points right now. With those words, Beatrix abruptly exited the dining hall.
she's not going to help us at all, is she?
But a team realizes that I don't like her then. So maybe it's better if I gave her some points this round, than slowly just starve her points in the later rounds.
Absolutely not.
You'll help us, right?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. Well, I'm off.
Yoshiki waved gleefully to Nicholas and me before leaving.
Well, I have a few things to handle before I start dinner preparation, so if you would excuse me.
Nicholas left, leaving me alone, sitting at the table in the dining hall. Bidding wars, eh? God, the stock market. I'm not sure how it pulls off as a team. Well, like, 3/4 of the team are going to be working really well together. Then, and 1/4 of it, yeah. I have a bad feeling about this. I have a bad feeling about everything.
Of course you do.
Yeah, see, even she understands. Die! Don't sneak up on me like that.
Why not?
Because it's fun. Because you frightened me.
Can people die from being scared?
I heard about it, but I don't even know if that's really a thing. I don't...
One moment. I'm checking the database.
I'm actually curious. I keep hearing the expression dying from fright, but I don't even know if it's a thing.
Who would have thought?
What?
Humans can, in fact, die from being scared, although it's highly unlikely.
I know there was this, like, I don't know, like, of course there's no research put into it, but I know there's a possibility, like, people can die literally from too much stress. And, like, no, actually, there's people who could die just from from pain alone, actually. Like, they don't die from, like, the injury something sustained, like, you know, internal bleeding, or, like, you know, blood loss, or, like, something happened to the brain or heart, lungs, basically anything hitting the vital organs, but just the sheer excruciating pain of it all kills them. So have fun thinking about that later tonight.
Apparently, the human body releases adrenaline when frightened, which causes calcium channels inside the membranes of the heart to open, allowing calcium ions to rush into the heart. This, in turn, causes the heart muscles to contract. Too many calcium ions, and they don't stop contracting.
Yay. Huh?
Your heart stops working, and so do you.
Too much adrenaline makes our heart stop. Oh.
I should be more careful. I don't want to kill any of my contestants. Or do I?
Or do you want to make this more fun? Di, what do you want?
Can't a girl stop by and check in on her favorite player?
The F word again.
Besides, I already finished explaining everything to those ingrates over on Team B. Just between you and me. I hope you win.
Di smiled almost sweetly, but there's something off about it. What is punch we talk to each other? What's it like being an AI? Do you have a sense of smell? I'm curious. What is the punch we talk to each other?
Curious little rabbit, aren't we?
Oh, it'd be the best bunny rabbit it can be. I just want to know what happens. Di leaned in close to me before whispering.
It's a secret.
Dang. That doesn't help at all.
When you get someone a present, you don't tell them what you got them. You just wait and give it to them. It's always more fun if it's a surprise. Besides, I hope you never have to find out.
So, wait, so you're telling you don't want us to die? Is it that bad?
Or is it that good?
Good for you is probably not good for me.
Oh, you got me. Let's just say, it's not in everyone's interests.
But it would be in someone's interest? Di shrugged.
Who knows?
Di, you're frustrating.
Mission accomplished.
Okay. Di saluted me before dissipating. Awesome. What a waste of time and energy. Still, we clarified. I made my way into the halls and be drawn in by one of the most enticing aromas I've ever smelled in my life. Falling the irresistible pull of this intoxicating scent, I inevitably arrived at the kitchen.
Ah, good morning, sailor.
Please don't tell me you're burning down the kitchen. I was greeted by Beatrix's smiling face as she went about preparing breakfast. She moved about the kitchen so gracefully as if this was where she truly felt most comfortable. It's a strange sight, to say the least, given her infamous resistance to cooking duty. Good morning, Beatrix. Breakfast smells amazing. I will go to the lab and get all the antidotes of poisons, okay?
Of course it does.
What's for breakfast? I'm not familiar with this particular scent. I made apple and cinnamon muffins. Why, they sound delicious.
They were my mother's favorite. She taught me how to make them when I was little. Incidentally, they're also Nicholas's favorite.
I can see why. Seriously, I don't think I've ever been so excited to eat something. The aroma is making my stomach ache from anticipation.
Calm down, sailor. Here.
Beatrix handed me a tray of muffins. This whole tray is mine. So just run to my room right now.
Take these into the dining hall. Nicholas and Yoshiki should already be there. I'll grab some ice cream to go with them.
Vanilla, chocolate, strawberry, what flavor? Ice cream for breakfast? Are you questioning people's lifestyles?
I might die on Sunday. I'm having ice cream for breakfast.
Exactly. I don't think there's ever been a better reason to. With those words, I swung on my heel and headed out to the dining hall with the muffins securely in my hands. It was difficult to restrain myself from eating them. The aroma was so close now. So intense. Just walking like, hey, what's for breakfast? Tray is empty. What did he just do? As I arrived at the dining hall, I ran directly to Nicholas. Oh god, no, the muffins!
Oh, sorry. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. So are the muffins, thankfully. Thank God, the muffins are okay. Nicholas' eyes widened as he looked at the top tray of muffins in my hands.
Beatrix made apple and cinnamon muffins?
Yeah, she did.
You usually only have these on special occasions. I wonder what's happened.
We don't need a special occasion, little brother.
Beatrix appeared behind me with the ice cream.
Maybe we should stop waiting for special occasions and enjoy it while we can.
We'll just take out all the supplies of the desserts and just scarf them down while Katashi isn't looking.
While I don't agree with your pessimistic tone, I'm willing to agree if it means I get to eat apple and cinnamon muffins.
At this point, I don't care about pessimism at this point.
You are such a simple soul, little brother.
Nicholas smiled at Beatrix as he took the ice cream out of her hands and placed it on the table. I put the tray of muffins down next to it. Yoshiki was sitting in a seat, squirming as we all took our seats. I want my muffins, Yoshiki's thinking, I can tell.
Can I eat yet?
Exactly! I knew it! We're...
Where are your manners?
Can I please have some muffins, sir? Yoshiki looked away
I'm
sheepishly.
sorry, Nicholas. Beatrix, thank you for making breakfast.
You're welcome. Now, hurry up and eat, or else the muffins won't melt the ice cream.
Oh, I thought you were gonna eat that. Wait. Ice cream and muffins. Sure. Yoshiki's eyes lit up as he reached across the table and started serving himself.
What are your plans for today?
Laying on my bed and crying to sleep. I'm not sure yet. I need to speak to the eye at some point about the eye situation, but other than that...
I'm sure all of us would appreciate the company if you got bored.
Thanks, Nicholas. I started helping myself to the muffins and ice cream as the conversation continued. They were hands down one of the best things I've ever tasted. The warm muffins, now glazed with the melted ice cream, were fluffed on the inside with a hint of cinnamon every bite. Beatrix was a great cook.
What are you doing today, Nicholas?
I was planning on going out to the farm to get us some fresh vegetables for dinner. I'm sure Katashi is still taking care of the livestock, but I'll double check while I'm there.
I'm pretty sure he is. The sheep all looked well yesterday.
Oh yeah, it's like I know we can't talk to them, but we literally just can't interact with them at all, I'm assuming.
You were at the farm yesterday?
I was just getting apples. I needed some for today's muffin.
I saw a whole bowl of apples in the kitchen still.
What a treat they've been. Thank you, Beatrix.
Yoshiki, what are your plans?
I have to take care of some engineering stuff. You know, metal and wires and stuff.
Other mechanical techno jargon. That sounds fake.
I am the only engineer on board. I think I would know a bit about the metal and wires and stuff.
You don't know the terminology, but I know how to do with my hands. Connect this wire to the ground wire, then the electric wire, and boom, kapow. Isn't Katashi an engineer?
Agricultural engineers don't count. The only reason he's able to grow plants in the first place is because I keep the hydroponic systems running smoothly.
Hydroponic? What's ponic? Have I hit a nerve?
No. But seriously, I'm a real engineer with engineer things to do.
I'm a real guy with guy things to do. Okay, I trust you. Beatrix, what are your plans? What are we asking?
I'm going to the science lab to check on Vladimir's workload and pick up his most pressing tasks where he left off.
That's so thoughtful. I looked at Beatrix expectingly.
Fine. It was a direct order, but I would have done it anyway.
No sooner did Yoshiki finished scarfing down his breakfast than he excused himself.
I would love to stay and help clean up. But metal and wires and stuff, you know?
Yeah, I have metal and wires and stuff, too. Heads the room. I don't want to clean up this mess. The grin, Yoshiki jumped from his seat and disappeared the door.
This has been wonderful, Beatrix. I can't think of a better way to start the day.
We take the leftover muffins, we take it in our room, and we scarf it down, okay?
Thank you, Nicholas. Make sure to pick whatever vegetables you want for dinner and get them to the kitchen between 4 p.m. and 4:30 p.m. so I can have them cooked by 5 p.m. Katashi and I are taking shifts because we aren't allowed in the room at the same time.
Of course.
Thanks, bro. I trust you and your busy schedule can handle the dishes.
My busy schedule, but I just said I have busy metal wire stuff to do in my room. I suppose they can. I smiled weakly. I was trying to translate these muffins that there was no way I could deny your creator at this point.
Thank you. All right, brother. Let's get to work.
Nicholas stacked his plate with Beatrix before standing and leaving with her. It's your turn to shine, Bob. Doing the dishes has always been your strong suit. In American speaking, I guess it is. But not at home, it's not. I laughed to myself as I collected the plates and made my way to the kitchen to clean up. Those muffins were so good, I couldn't stop smiling. It took me only about 10 minutes to clean up. I sat back to my room and looked over more of my notes before dedicating time to help anyone out. 10 minutes? Usually takes me a tiny bit longer to clean out, like, a pan and, like, all the different plates. I'm assuming the ice cream tub. Maybe I don't keep track of how much time it takes for me to clean. I sat in my bed and pulled up my pocket watch. Now in my hands, just a normal watch. How is it supposed to connect to alternate realities? My first theory is to connect, like, both of them to be activated somehow. How's it even possible? Or we have to grab this watch and, to break the fabric of time and reality, we smash this pocket watch. That way we destroy time itself. I stared at it intensely, just burring a hole into it. There was a glass button at the top, which allowed you to open the watch. But from there it got a little bit strange. There was a small button on either side of the clasp button, and two sets of second clocks inside the watch. Second clocks. The one on the left had a number 42 on it, but the one on the right was empty, didn't seem to be working. The rest of the watch worked to display the current time. The other interesting feature was the LED lights arranged on another section of the watch. I guess I wouldn't know unless I try to press the buttons. Here goes. I pressed the left button. The LED lights on the outside started lighting up one after another and stopping. It looked like a green ring circling the watch. It did this 3 times, then stopped. Huh. Right button, I choose you! I pressed the right button and hoped for a better response. Bzzz. The watch made a buzzing noise. Aside from that, nothing happened. I tried again. Awesome, I feel like I made so much progress. Oh, don't we all? I sighed as I continued to stare at the watch. How is it supposed to connect? Why don't my parents leave me more information? I can just imagine, like, so we know exactly what the watch can do, but we're gonna explain the science behind it first? I can totally see that being a thing. Like, I can't barely read instruction manuals. They seem more concerned with, like, how things work instead of, like, putting things together. Maybe it's just how my brain works reading it. Alright, let's go get someone in hand. I'm having more fun with Yoshiki so far, so. Do you need help with metal and wire stuff? Or do you have your polo shirt off again? I made my way down the engineering bay where I found Yoshiki bent over a workbench. Hey, Yoshiki. Yoshiki spun on his heels to face me, shifting his weight to try and hide what was on the table behind him.
Oh, it's you. What a relief.
What a relief. Who were you expecting?
I don't really know, but I just...
What are you hiding?
Huh? Hiding?
Hider. I smirked and raised my eyebrow at Yoshiki. You're not getting off the hook that easily.
Fine, I'll spill the beans, but don't tell anyone, okay?
Well, since you spilled the beans, you can now count them up all over again. That really depends on what kind of crazy contraption you're hiding behind you.
Seriously? I thought we were BFFs.
That doesn't mean you can hide things from me, though. Alright, I promise I'll tell you one. Now, what are you hiding?
So, you know how I said I had to do some engineering stuff?
You lied to me?! Uh-huh.
Well, this is what I've been working on.
What the fuck? Is that a nutcracker? Or Yoshiki moved aside to show what he was hiding on the workbench. It appeared to be a doll of some kind. Upon closer inspection, however, I discovered that it bore a striking resemblance to I. Don't you think you're a little too old for that? OMG, I want one. Okay, that's too enthusiastic. I didn't know you could make toys.
Are you kidding? Of course I can make toys. I can make almost anything if we have the resources to produce it.
Really? Can you make a Mia doll too?
Only if it's a Yoshiki doll.
Might be a bit overboard. Yoshiki winked at me and smiled.
What am I saying? Who needs a doll when you have the real thing you can play with?
True BFF. Winked back at Yoshiki, who giggled.
Anyway, here. You should hold it.
Yoshiki picked up the AI doll and passed it to me. I was surprised when I almost dropped it. It was much heavier than expected. This is a lot heavier than I was expecting.
What did you expect? Stuffing?
A tiny bit. I understand. Why'd you make such a heavy doll? What kind of things it can do?
I've been working on this doll as a device that I can connect to and control.
Ah, so
I can have a physical body.
the same eye that currently turns to dye and murders our friends and family every week?
Well, yeah, but
Does the captain know about this?
yes. She's the only one who knows other than me and I.
And she approved this?
Well, technically I started building this before Dai started killing people.
Does she know you're still working on this even with dye killing people?
Well, no, but it's okay.
What? How is this okay? Why would we give I, the AI system currently murdering people, a physical body?
You need to calm down. There's nothing to worry about. I've already thought of everything.
You put the 3 laws of robotics in there? What precautions be taken?
To begin with, this robot is, what, 30 centimeters tall? And there's no real strength in her limbs or abilities. She's limited to basic functions, like holding and carrying small items.
Yeah. Like a knife? Yoshiki frowned.
Such a pessimist.
Well, we have a lot of pessimists around here. Seriously though, what if Dai gets control of this?
Oh, she can't.
What? Why not?
I'll let I explain that herself.
Oh gosh, she's gonna possess the doll. Yoshiki took the robot doll in my hands and placed it back in the workbench. Yoshiki put the switch on its back, caused the robot to hum with potential energy.
You can connect to your robot body now, I.
Heard Ai's voice come out of the intercom in the engineering bay.
Very well.
Just as she finished speaking, that robot's eyes opened.
Hello.
That's very off-putting. Are you the robot doll thing?
Affirmative.
This is really cute. Not to me.
Thank you.
Anyway, how can we be sure that Dai can't get access to this doll robot thing?
I have an authorization sequence that runs every 30 seconds in the background of the doll's programming. If it fails a single one, the program accessing it is immediately locked out and the robot stops functioning entirely.
Ah. Wait, so why can't Dai suddenly bypass the authorization check?
Because she doesn't know the sequence.
Couldn't she just access it some other way?
No, just like she cannot access what I am doing or my history, she cannot access this authorization sequence, so it's quite safe.
I guess if it's safe, it should be okay.
Until I set her on fire, that is.
She's adorable, right? Yeah, she's really cute.
This is only her second time controlling the robot, so she is still a bit uncoordinated.
I am still configuring my control to be the most effective at controlling the robot.
Do a corkscrew spin in the air.
What's this?
Yoshiki picked the AI doll and put her on the ground, standing on her 2 feet.
I. Try to walk to the door and back.
Very well.
The AI doll slowly placed one foot from the other, gradually inching closer to the door. Each step seemed like a massive effort as the doll struggled to keep its balance. Just as I was about to reach the door, the doll overbalanced and fell face first into the floor. Okay. Ai's voice muffled as her doll's face was pressed against the ground.
Please wait a moment while I correct my vehicle's position.
The AI doll remained flat on the ground, filling its arms and legs helplessly.
Are you sure you don't want me to help you up?
No, thank you. I must learn to correct myself.
After about 3 minutes of awkward thrashing about, I managed to roll into her back and rise to a sitting position.
I am afraid I must leave. I am being summoned by the captain. I shall continue practicing basic movement at a later date.
Just imagine just thrashing like a child. Just like, I want to get up now. And its body went limp. Yoshiki walked over, picked up the doll, and placed it back in the workbench.
Pretty awesome, right?
Yeah, it really is. I never would have thought of making a robot body. Why did she have to leave? Can't she control multiple functions of the ship at once?
Of course she can, but I'm pretty sure she can't have
Yeah.
her interface appear in 2 places at once.
I mean, we already had this discussion before with her, Bob. Jesus. What? Why not?
My mom told me it was to make her seem less alien.
What do you mean?
well, she's already an AI system, which is a concept that's hard for people to warm up to. On top of that, she can move between places instantly. Her designers must have decided that having her in multiple places at once was a step too far.
Yeah, that sounds a bit weird. So it's possible, but our programming will allow us to appear in one place at any given time?
Yeah. For example, she could talk to us over the intercom right now, while still being present in another part of the ship. But we'll have one of us wait until she changes locations.
That seems so wasteful.
I agree, but not everyone is a visionary like us.
That comes the whole thing about humanitarian and well, I don't know exactly how it goes, like pragmatic or just humanitarian stuff. Like worked about utilities or like trying to make people comfortable. Talking about visionaries, pull a timepiece in my pocket and hand it to Yoshiki. I found this with my parents' research. Supposedly can connect other alternate realities. What do you make of that? Yoshiki had a curious expression on his face as he inspected it.
I feel like I've seen this somewhere before.
Really? Where? Seriously?
Yeah. I just can't put my finger on where.
Do you think you have seen this exact watch or something similar? How do you think it connects to alternate realities? We can figure that out, the rest of that later, so watch. Okay, 1 second. Wait. What? Oh, I pressed A on the keyboard, but I can't. Okay, now I can choose the option. I was wondering why I couldn't. Do you think this? Let's go with the exact watch. What do you remember? Are you sure you've seen this watch? Not just a similar one?
No, I'm pretty sure it was this exact watch.
What makes you so sure?
I remember the two distinctive second dials in the middle. I also remember wondering why you would need two of them when one did the job just fine.
Where did you see it?
I don't remember.
When do you think you saw it?
Well, it wasn't recently.
So maybe last year?
No, I'm thinking I saw this as a child.
Ah, it's a child?
Yeah, I don't think it was even in the last 10 years.
I was getting both excited and confused at the same time. Alright, so you saw this as a child.
Well, I can't remember if it was this or a picture of this.
Yoshiki started rubbing his head, screaming at his face, he trying to remember. Okay, I think we need to take a breather. Alright, well, sitting here straining our brains isn't gonna help either of us.
I didn't even know my brain could hurt this much.
Foggy head. Okay. Well, at least that means you have one.
Hey! We're both in the same boat here, friend.
Yeah, that's fair. Maybe together we make a full brain. I'm a fourth of a brain, though. Yoshiki threw his arm around me and pulled me in close, chuckling.
This is why we're BFFs.
You got it. He pushed his head against mine. I'm gonna go see if I can work anything new about this watch. I'll see you at dinner, okay?
Alright, but don't tell anyone about the eye doll. Also, try not to hurt your brain too much. Remember, half of it is technically mine.
Oh no, ownership. Okay, I won't tell anyone about our mutual friend's fancy new bod. No promises of the shared brain, though. With that, I left the engineering bay and headed back to my quarters. I sat in the bed with the papers and tablets sprawled on the bed. Bzz. Nothing. Bzz. Still nothing. Bzz, bzz. Okay, this is so frustrating. Okay, I need to calm down. Getting angry isn't gonna solve anything. Being annoyed will solve everything now. I threw myself back in the bed and stared at the ceiling for a long time, before I was suddenly bathed in the warm glow of Ai's holographic interface.
I am sorry to interrupt.
Interruptions. Don't worry about it, Ai. You weren't interrupting anything. What's up?
I found some more information that may be useful against dye.
Coolio. That's wonderful. What is it?
I've discovered that it's possible to input the deactivation code into any terminal, including your personal tablets.
Do you know anything else with that deactivation code? I shook her head.
Unfortunately, I didn't learn anything else. I tried to access more information, but even with my administrator privileges, I was unable to proceed any further.
Well, at least we know where we can put the input code, now we know what it is.
I am glad you are pleased.
I am always pleased. Yawn. Yawning is good. I wonder if I can project my yawn into the great internet void and have you all yawn at the same time. That's perfect, but it's a step in the right direction.
I must return to my duties.
Of course, thanks for the update, I bowed and phased in my quarters. Beam me up. Deactivated from any tablet terminal, huh? At least now I knew that I wouldn't need a higher clearance level. I'm probably gonna dig up some information on U-Move and work out this code. There's no help right now, though. I catch up with the other team. I'll have missed the duration this round. Return my attention to the watch. Come on, Bob, pull yourself together. You need to work this out. I should through my parents' papers and tablets to see if I missed anything. I slept uneasily that night, keenly aware that I couldn't afford to miss breakfast. After hours of tossing and turning, I rolled over in bed and glanced at the clock on my bedside table. 5 a.m., huh? Although breakfast wouldn't be starting until about 7 a.m., I was with a risk going back to sleep. I should get up and go offer Beatrix some help, or maybe Nicholas. Beatrix can help herself. I made my way to the medical bay. When I entered, I found Nicholas sitting on his desk, staring intently at the screen. Hi, Nicholas.
Oh, I wasn't expecting any visitors.
I am full of surprises.
Is there something I can help you with? Did you come down with something?
I came down with the sickness. Nothing like that. I just thought I'd stop by to see what you're up to.
I'm just checking to see if all of our medical systems are online and fully functional. Having a computer-operated surgical bay is great, but its maintenance still requires a doctor's watchful eye.
That makes sense. Nicholas slipped on his chair to face me, glasses poised in his lower lip, head cocked slightly to his left.
Have you received any medical training?
I don't know. Me? Nicholas raised a playful eyebrow in my direction. Can't say I have. I can apply bandages to cuts, but that's about it. That's basic. I already knew it was basic, but stop being basic, Bob. Nicholas pretended to look impressed.
Bandages, huh? That settles it. I'm going to be calling on you next time I need medical attention.
I can apply a mean hampering dose of hydrogen peroxide to wounds as well, if you need help with that. For your sake, I hope it's nothing serious.
Agreed. I understand that we have 2 trained doctors on board, but given Dai's absurd restrictions this round, we're unable to treat half of the crew.
Nicholas continued to look at me with intention. A moment passed and the room remained silent. I'm not sure what you want me to do.
Would you like to learn basic first aid?
Yeah, actually. Are you sure it won't be a liability?
There's no harm in having more crew members with first aid training.
I guess I never even thought to learn how.
Well, there's no time like the present.
I always wanted to learn how first aid. But then life and busyness. Nicholas' suggestion seemed a sensible one. Alright, count me in. Nicholas' expression brightened at my enthusiastic response.
Great. Let's see now. You said you know how to apply bandages, so let's start with a scenario involving blood loss.
First off, you suck up all the blood out of their system, and then you put the bandages on and apply a blood transfusion. You have my undivided attention, Doctor. Salute.
That's exactly what I want to hear.
Nicholas looked at me, signaled for me to sit in the bed as he began his explanation.
If a patient is bleeding and conscious, the good news is that they are still alive.
Really? Nicholas smiled before moving on.
Now, your first priority should be to stop the bleeding.
You should grab a rag and hold it over the wound and press down and just stop the constriction. Got it. Stop the bleeding.
If one of the patient's limbs is bleeding profusely, you should apply a tourniquet between the heart and the wound to staunch the flow of blood. For instance, if the cut is on the patient's forearm, you should place the tourniquet on their upper arm. In your case, your tie would work perfectly as a makeshift tourniquet.
I'm terrible with knots. Nicholas gently removed my tie from around my neck before applying the tourniquet to my arm as an example.
Make sure you don't make it too tight. It needs to restrict blood flow, but it shouldn't cut or damage the skin further up the arm.
Okay, tourniquet. Not too hard. I need to learn how to tie knots. I only know the basic shoe knot and a square knot, which is basically a simpler version of a normal shoe knot.
Our next order of business is applying pressure directly to the wound in order to stop the bleeding. Blood clotting isn't instantaneous, so it may take some time to get the bleeding under control.
Once again, Nicholas demonstrated on me, placing pressure on my arm using both hands.
Here comes the most important part.
Okay. Not dying. That's one facet of it, but not the biggest step. Nicholas cuts a disagreeing look in my direction.
Focus. This part is important.
Yes.
We need to prevent the patient from going into shock. Shock, particularly from blood loss, is called hypovolemic shock.
Okay, shock.
When it comes to dealing with shock, the most important thing is to keep the patient comfortable. Reassure them that everything is going to be okay.
You're gonna be fine, pet's head. Reassure. Nicholas placed his hand on my shoulder and looked me in the eyes.
Everything is going to be okay. There is nothing to worry about. We'll take good care of you here.
I fell still. Nicholas' words seemed to lull me into a comforting trance. Everything was going to be all right. But I'm bleeding out! No! No! Impressive. I think the rumors about his impeccable bedside manner hadn't been exaggerations. Rumors. And I skipped over that somehow. Sorry. I'll try what? Okay, I'm doing it again. Oh, yes, of course. I'll clear my throat and start to take a crack at it. Oh my god, I keep doing this. Sorry. Everything is going to be A-okay. I got this under control. Oh, proud to sing reassuring tone.
I'm not quite convinced yet, but I'm sure you'll get better at it over time.
Hey, listen to me. Things are going to be A-okay, okay? Don't panic. I'll be sure to practice.
I hope so. I'll be testing you on it.
Oh my gosh, I'm getting exams in the outer space? Oh no. With a gentle smile, Nicholas removed the pressure on my arm and loosened the tourniquet. My arm felt a bit numb after being tied up for so long.
Alright, what would you like to learn next? Your choice.
How to check vitals, burns, how to bathe unconscious patients? No. Vitals? How do I check vitals?
That is an excellent question.
Is that like is it literally like, I hope this is different than like checking someone's pulse, because you can either do that from like putting your like 2 fingers underneath what is the term? Like a point of their neck to check their heart rate, or their wrists. You can usually hear better in the neck, I heard.
When we perform routine checkups or admit a new patient, there are 4 vital signs that we usually check. Body temperature, pulse rate, respiration rate, and blood pressure.
Oh, so those are the 4 things that are vitals, okay.
Blood pressure isn't as important as the other 3, but we usually test it anyway.
So far so good.
To check someone's body temperature, you'll need a thermometer. If there isn't one available, you can place your hand on the patient's forehead to see if you feel a temperature difference.
Nicholas gently brushed my hair to one side before placing his hand against my forehead. It was warm and firm.
You feel normal. So far, so good. Pulse rate is determined by placing 2 fingers, other than your thumb, against the arteries in the patient's wrist. Alternatively, you can cheat and use a stethoscope.
Cheating is bad. Nicholas unfastened the top button of my shirt and opened the top. Picked up the end of his stethoscope before exhaling on it. He slipped the stethoscope into the open collar of my shirt, placing it against my chest. Nicholas listened to my heartbeat for a few moments, trying to remain still as possible as he went about his work. What is it? Is something wrong?
Sounds like your heart just skipped a beat.
Nicholas smirked at me. Huh?
It's a joke.
Right, I knew that.
Finally, respiration rate is simply how many breaths the patient is taking per minute, which is easy to observe. People should complete about 12 to 16 breaths per minute.
Ah. Okay, 12 to 16.
As I mentioned earlier, blood pressure isn't as important, so we'll leave that for a later time. Okay, pop quiz.
Huh?
What do you do once you have a patient's blood loss under control?
The blood loss is under control. Don't worry, everything's gonna be okay. We'll take good care of you. I looked Nicholas in the eyes and placed my hand on the side of his face. Don't worry, everything's gonna be okay. We'll take good care of you.
That was much more believable than last time. Well done.
I learned from the best.
That you did. I believe Beatrix is taking the night off cooking. So help yourself to some fruit or anything else you can muster up for dinner.
Honeycrisp apples to the kitchen. She's been working hard to feed us these past few days.
Beatrix says she hates it. But I'm pretty sure she enjoys caring for everyone.
Oh no. You think so?
Yes, I really do.
Well, I'm gonna go grab some snacks before turning in for the evening.
Of course. I'll see you tomorrow morning at breakfast then?
Hopefully when I'm not dead. Trust me, I don't plan to miss another one of Beatrix's meals. If Beatrix requested my presence at dinner or my execution, I'll be at the dining hall that evening, bright-eyed and bushy-tailed, even have to drag myself out of hell.
I'm sure she'd be happy to hear that.
I excused myself from the medical bay and head to the kitchen to stock up on my snacks. My mind brimming with new medical knowledge. Trying to apply that same knowledge to my fruit. What is the one fruit that's the most similar to a heart? Oh, that's right, pomegranates. So almost grab a knife and... I could clearly see the other crew members had already been through here to grab something to eat. I shouldn't need too much. I'm quite tired and won't be up long. I grabbed myself a banana, a slice of whatever cake was in the fridge, and headed back to my quarters. I sat before my coffee table, banana cake to my left, papers and tablet open the right, displaying the details of the pocket watch I compiled thus far. I wolfed down the banana and slice of sponge cake I worked. Sponge cake? I don't think I've never had sponge cake before, and the last time I ever heard it mentioned was Bowser's Inside Story. Sponge cake. That's a good game, by the way. Try it out. It's a good RPG. Probably one of the first games I played on a console. Even if it's on like mobile. I looked over the papers again and again, hoping for some new revelation. Resting my head against the coffee table for a few moments, I finally drifted off to sleep. I woke up with my head against a hard surface, extremely sore after a poor night's sleep. Hard surface? Ow, my face. So Hazy looked down to find out I'm sleeping on my tablet. Oh, jeez. The research papers and the dinner plate were still on the coffee table, although they'd been disturbed by my movements as I slept. What time was it? Time for you to get a watch! Oh, wait, we already have a watch. No, that can't be it, because it's a pocket watch, not a number watch. I poked the tablet screen with my index finger and noticed at the time, 4:30 a.m. My stomach grumbled loudly. I clearly hadn't eaten enough for dinner the night before. Oh, this is not my life. Breakfast one wasn't going to be for a few more hours, so I decided to get a snack and go back to sleep for a few more hours before breakfast. Time to sleep away that hunger. I know it's like some people actually do that to like get off hunger pains. I dragged myself up to the floor and through the doors to the kitchen. I think I remember one person like getting trapped in rubble and actually sleeping so much to stay alive while people like cleared the rubble for days on end. Like, wow. I barely managed to keep my eyes open and shuffled down the halls, finding my way there purely by instinct. The cinnamon buns. Also, the donut, taking a bite out of it, it's been there this whole time. People threw your stuff away, jeez. At long last, I staggered into the kitchen and stuck my head in the fridge. What should I eat?
Shizuka, is that you?
No! Huh? Pull my head out of the fridge and saw Kitachi standing in the doorway. Nah, it's me. I'm just grabbing a snack. I'll be on your way in a second. You just broke a rule! Kitachi just stood there, stunned. All conjured from his face, his features contorted an expression of sheer panic. A split second later, Dai appeared in the kitchen with a satisfied smile on her face.
Consider yourselves sprung, you two.
Okay, fuck. Wait a minute, Dai, it was a mistake and I was half
We
asleep.
didn't talk about anything game related.
It doesn't matter.
Yay.
I thought he was Shizuka.
Save it. You broke the rules. I will now hand down my punishment.
Oh, yay.
Hold on, punish me. I'm the one who spoke first.
Don't protect this, Kitachi. Punish me, Dai. I'm the one who was careless. Dai's voice broke as she replied.
You guys would really sacrifice yourselves to save each other?
Yeah, why not?
Of course we would.
Even though you're on different teams?
I might be in different teams, but you shouldn't have to suffer because of my actions. Dai stepped as he turned away with a straight tear. Yeah, this is not working, so just kill us both.
I think that's beautiful.
Dai began to sob, evil masquerade nod. I was an unpleasant sight to see. Against my better judgment, I asked the obvious question. Are you okay? Her response was surprisingly matter of fact.
Me?
Yeah, are you okay? Dai's crocodile tears gave way to tears of mirth. Yeah.
I'm better
I already
than
figured.
okay. You two just broke the rules and now it's punishment time. Now, are you ready for this?
I want to get drunk to death. Kitachi sighed.
Just get it over with already.
Yay.
Very well.
The intercom system crackled to life and Dai's voice with the ship.
Good morning, sleepyheads. I need you all to report to the dining hall within the next 30 minutes. I repeat, everyone is to report to the dining hall within the next 30 minutes. Over and out.
Dai cocked her head and smiled at Kitachi and me.
Now, even though you've already broken the rules, you are not to continue communicating, or else there will be an even more serious punishment, okay?
Dai, why are you getting the whole crew involved?
This is a team game, isn't it?
And one of the team captains is dead now.
Now, 30 minutes. No more chit-chat. I would go find your teams if I was you.
Those words, Dai began to dissipate until there was nothing left but her chest-haired cat smile hanging in midair. Next instant, it was gone. I looked toward Kitachi, trying my best to suddenly communicate my feelings with an apologetic expression. He nodded in mute understanding. He just stomped toward the door and exited the kitchen. I need to find my team. Looks like I owe them an apology. My way was at Beatrix and Nicholas's quarters, where I found Yoshiki sitting outside the door.
Do you have any idea what's going on?
Oh yeah, I'm dead. I screwed up, I'm so sorry.
What? What do you mean?
The door to Beatrix and Nicholas' quarters slid open and both siblings emerged.
What happened?
Hey, guess what? Our team captain is dead, so Beatrix, you're going to have your chance in the spotlight. Have fun. I made a mistake.
What do you mean you made a mistake?
It's a simple mistake. I talked. Nicholas was sitting his way while cleaning his glasses, clearly still half asleep.
Beatrix, you need to calm down.
Nicholas, it's 4:30 a.m.
All the more reason for you to calm down. We need to fully understand the gravity of the situation.
Nicholas calmly placed his glasses on the bridge of his nose and took a deep breath before turning to address me.
Please fill us in on what's happened. Start from the beginning.
Long story short, I spoke to someone on the other team and Di caught us.
You were betraying us?
Beatrix approached with a few centimeters looked at me right in the eye. Her anger was palpable, radiating from her body in waves.
Beatrix, let him explain himself.
Jesus. Beatrix reluctantly withdrew, continued to stare daggers at me from across the hall.
No, he would never do that. Right?
Yeah? Why? Exactly why? Because I would die no matter either way, so why are you getting so mad about this? No, I wasn't betraying anyone.
And what happened?
I woke up hungry this morning, so I went to the kitchen to grab a snack. I was looking through the fridge, Takatashi walked in and spoke to me, mistaking me for Shizuka.
So, Katashi spoke first.
And I was stupid enough to respond. Before I knew it, Dai appeared in the kitchen and gave us the third degree for breaking the rules. Apparently we need to be punished, and both our teams have to come along for the ride.
Is that everything?
Yeah, you have the rest of the intercom.
So this is all just one huge mistake then?
Mistake or not, the entire crew stands to suffer for it. The one thing at Takashi and I were the only ones being held accountable for actions, but it's not about Dai's gone and summoned everyone to the weekly deletion game.
You'd better hope this punishment kills you, or else I will afterwards.
I'm so sorry, I didn't mean for this to happen.
I understand. We'll get through this. Don't worry about Beatrix. She's not a morning person on the best of days.
I'm not either.
Now, let's all head over to the dining hall and hear what this punishment is.
Don't worry. I don't blame you. Anyone could have made the same mistake.
Thank you, Shishi, but I still feel terrible about it. Doing some last-minute preparations, the team headed towards the dining hall. Once we arrived, we saw the other team had already gathered and we were waiting our arrival. Dai surveyed the new arrivals from a vantage point near the center of the room.
Welcome, welcome. It's about time Team A decided to grace us with their presence.
Yay.
As I'm sure you are already aware, the rule forbidding communication between teams has been broken, which is why you've all been summoned here this morning.
Yay. Dai looked at each of the crewmembers in turn, her gaze finally coming to rest on Beatrix.
Oh, dearie me, Trixie. You're looking a bit rough around the edges this morning.
I can get my makeup on time. What are you doing? Beatrix glared at Dai before directing anger in my direction.
I just wish the people would have the courtesy to break the rules at a more sensible hour.
Okay, I can't argue with that.
Oh, Trixie, you're such a hoot. Well, I'd say that's more than enough pleasantries for now. On to the punishment.
What if you just punished the two of us?
Alright, great. There's no need to involve the rest of the crew.
I already told you two that this is a team sport. Now, the punishment for breaking the rules is...
And you said, what is it? The room felt completely silent as we waited for bated breath.
the Deletion Game.
Oh wow, that's punishment? Dai spread her arms theoretically. She made a declaration. The room remained silent. Okay, in what facet, what way?
What do you mean?
Oh, sorry. Was I not clear enough? Allow me to explain. Instead of holding this round of the Deletion Game on Sunday as planned, we'll be playing it right now.
Oh yay!
Most of us are still half asleep.
So, it's no skin off my nose.
Oh yay! I kind of took a moment to consider words before pursuing your argument.
Dai, if multiple crew members are half asleep during the current round, not only would it affect our ability to play the game, it could lead to something terrible.
And that's all the more reason she wants to do it. So
Like their deaths?
Whoa!
Much worse, I'm afraid.
What could possibly be worse? Don't keep me in suspense.
Heart attacks from not enough sleep. Dai's eyes lit up with gruesome possibilities.
If everyone is half asleep, no one will perform well, and the game, well, the game would be boring.
Dai gasped, completely taken aback.
Boring? No. The game can't be boring. Games are supposed to be fun.
Don't worry, I played enough games in my time which are boring but were still entertaining. Kimiko shrugged uncommittedly.
I know, but I guess there's no helping it now.
Although Dai was doing her best to maintain her composure, it was clear Kimiko's argument had touched a nerve.
All right. I'll give you all an extra hour to wake up and prepare so that you can all bring your A game, okay? But that's the best I can do under the circumstances.
That sounds fair. I'm sure we can all make do with that.
Everyone would see the table nodding in unison. These two new teams were established. Dyson never gained her usual composure.
Okay, good. You are to return here in an hour for the first round. Until then, however, you are still forbidden from communicating with each other.
Until then, however,
Oh, and
Trixie Tang.
What?
Is an hour long enough for you to fix this?
Di made a vague circular gesture with her index finger in Beatrix's general direction, screwing up her face in disgust. Beatrix turned toward Di, her eyes filled with murderous intent.
I'll fix you.
Oh, have fun. Nicholas shook her head in disapproval and grabbed his sister's arm to be on an edge closer to Di. With a self-satisfied smile, Di's form dissipated before her eyes. Like it's gonna matter at all because soft light. Beatrix let a frustrated cry as she wrenched her arm free from Nicholas's grasp.
Now isn't the time for this. We need to prepare for the first round or we'll be putting ourselves at a serious disadvantage. Let's head to the rec room and work out our strategy.
Can do, Nikki boy.
That sounds like a good plan.
Onwards. Yoshi grabbed my hand and pulled me out of the dining hall towards the rec room.
Why are you being so quiet?
I just sent someone to death today.
Someone was going to die anyway, right? So it isn't your fault.
And it was a team group mistake, well, with me and Katachi, so yay. I robbed them in 3 days.
Thinking about it like that will just drive you crazy. For now, let's just try and focus on winning as a team.
Okay, well, I need to remember exactly what the rules were. Yoshiki flashed me a winning smile, as awful as I felt. Appreciated that he was making an effort to cheer me up. Mustering a little enthusiasm I could, I managed a weak smile. Okay, let's win this thing. Oh, it's going in here? We were at the rec room and Nicholas immediately started discussing our strategy.
I've been considering 2 particular strategies.
Which are? Alright, let's hear them.
Our first option is to go through the rounds with 2 people on 0 each time in order to spread the points over the other 2. In doing so, we'd increase their personal pools and hopefully win the rounds, assuming the other team decides to spread their points over all 4 people.
And our other options?
Assume they're doing what I just described, and spread out our points over all 4 of us.
How would we go about spreading our points?
We'd have to play it by ear, until we saw the results of the first round.
That makes sense. No point nailing down a plan when there are so many variables in play.
I can definitely go with, like, the 2 people have the biggest pull. Dyson chimed in over the intercom system.
Please assemble in the dining hall for this week's Deletion Game. Round 1 starts in 5 minutes. Woo!
Whoa. That certainly didn't feel like an hour. No, it didn't.
It wasn't. It appears she's only given us half an hour.
I can already imagine the logic for that. Since you have half an hour and the other team has half an hour, it both combines into one singular hour. Don't worry about it.
What? But that's not fair.
Are you sure? Well, she was gonna make us play in the spot. Half hour is still better than nothing.
I guess.
Okay, let's make our way over now.
Oh yay. Second time that morning, we entered the dining hall where we were forced to play the Deletion Game once again.